Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope we've all been good and been bagging. Oh, what a day I've had. 3 moves, moved 3 times already. Absolutely crazy. I went into sunken peg last night, did a night last night. Got into sunken peg, wasn't feeling it at all. Just not feeling it. Did a night there, didn't see nothing, didn't hear nothing show. Until this morning, seen one show, but just one. But I was up early, but at 4:30, 5 o'clock, it was still pitch black. And I've had a walk to Bridge Peg. What I call channel. Looking over into the channel, there's loads of fish in there in the morning. So I quickly back down, move into the channel peg. I just knew I'd made the wrong decision straight away. So after 2 hours of decision making in my head, I was going to go back into the sunken peg, but a kid who was in the house's peg has cast it over to the sunken peg. A nice kid, Tommy. So I left him to it and come into the brambles peg, and I've seen fish and I'm happy, proper happy. I've had a great day. I've had 6 beers and not enjoyed one of them. So I'm going to relax now. I'm going to put barbecue on in a bit and chill. A bit of Budweiser. But yeah, absolutely manic day. Manic day yesterday as well. Finished work. We're going to go A1 pits with my mate Grange. Got stuck in traffic. Nearly 2 hours to get home from Doncaster to Conisbrough, which is 5 miles. So I'm going to A1 pits. So I've cut Bricky. Been stung on my forehead. See how big it is, it's going to kill. I'm happy. I'm going to relax now. I've got 2 neats. I want to be home early so I can get dressed, get smarted up for Queen's funeral. Yeah, so God rest his soul. I did like the Queen a lot. So I'm going home Monday morning extremely early so I can get dressed in my best for her, show me my respects. Probably pop to church, sign book condolence as you do. But yeah, I'm happy now. I'm happy. I'm chilled. Left hand rod to the bridge, as you know. Multi-rig, 12mm sugar. Tiny little bit of pink foam on top. Just to balance the lead weight out. Sorry mate, I'm starving. I'm going to put barbecue on in a minute. I'm there. Get some fodder. Got some fodder in me. I've got fingers crossed. Middle rod and a wafter. And a corky wafter. Trigger. On the right hand rod is on a 15-inch boom Ronnie rig, spinner rig. Sugar eyes pop up. Notice this is the first time I've fished in months and not had a big fish, not put big fish mix on any rods. I literally don't care which one it is. Oh no, I'll tell you what's on it. On the middle rod, I've got a cream Kajauza wafter. I have. I put a few catapults over the top of it, a Kajauza and Technic Spice. Right hand rod, I'm yet to spot out some big fish mix pellet, some crumb big fish mix, and some. Look at my fringe, man, rocking it. Like Edward. but grey. Some 15mm, put a bit of spod over that rod. Oiled up to about 9, proper oiled up in salmon oil and soy oil. So I've oiled it up, at pellets, take it all on. You know, obviously, a bit of crumb in there. Yeah, I think we're in. Oh, I think we're in for one, definitely. No. I thought I would have got along last night, so we're on the money, the spots were perfect, the rigs were perfect, everything. But no, I just don't feel good for one on that peg last night. So it got really cold last night. You didn't expect to get quite cold, say it was 20 degrees in the day. So, we weren't expecting it. But yes, I'm definitely excited for it today. Tonight I'll bring them tomorrow. Come on, the big commons. But yeah, buzzing. So I'll leave it at that. I'm going to get myself sorted, all organised, have a beer, and then we'll get back to you and show you a rig I've been using for lafters, and we'll go through that. Peace. Hi guys, welcome back. A quick update. I didn't do an update last night because I was doing something anyway. I had one last night, £18 zip limiter. I'll put in the pictures of it. I caught it on middle rod on a cream Kajauser, which I'm absolutely buzzing about. Getting to that time of year now. I definitely think the bird food baits are awesome. I love bird food baits. People don't rate them anymore, but they catch fish. To this day they'll catch fish. But yeah, I'm just cooking up some breakfast. And then I'm looking forward to my breakfast. I'm starving. Absolutely starving. If I can find my plate anyway. I've got my knife and fork. Yep, got one of them. Forgot butter and everything. Great lucky boy, aren't I? But yeah, yeah, we've had one. I'm absolutely buzzing, to be honest. Stoked, whatever you want to say, whatever the word is. And especially to catch one on a cream Kajauser bottom bait. Even better. Just getting another rig ready for right hand rod. Yeah. Getting a rig ready for right hand rod. I use just a normal standard rig, air rig, long shank. Oh, I'm just gonna pull that up a little bit more. 18mm big fish mix with a bit of yellow on. Might change that yellow to a different colour, to a bit of pink. But yeah, so we're gonna use that. I'm sorry about this, I'm just cooking some breakfast like so I'm starving. Chuff knows where my plate is. Knows everything, me, honestly. I don't lose everything. I forgot to bring eggs. No pepper. Not happy about that. No brown sauce sachets. If you know me, I like my condiments, especially brown sauce and Sunday dinner, loads of mustard on and mint sauce. But yeah, so that's where we're at. Drop cool again at night. I caught it on a rig I'm going to show you in a bit. We'll show you the rigs I'm using in a little while. We all know it, we're on the Nutra Cream Kajauza. But yeah, I'm going to show you how to do my slip demel combi. I used to use just a normal combi rig back in the day, but now I use it as a slip D so I can change it up, so I'm not chucking everything away, which is so much better and saves me a lot of money. I'll tell you something, I am so bad for losing stuff. What the heck is my plate? Rigs galore everywhere. Plate anywhere, anybody? I've got work to do, so I've had to fetch laptop because I've got work to do. Oh, plates here. So I'll get this cleaned up, just man. Yeah, so I've got to finish up. I'm doing an article for Talking Cart magazine, so I've got that to do. I'm going to do that. Chill out today. Gotta get up extra early in the morning. I want to virtually get most of my stuff packed up tonight. To be fair, everything will be packed up tonight, really. And so I can just get everything up by straight off because I've got to get off it morning. I was going to go on today, but I'm going to go it morning. So I'm going to go to for Queen's funeral. I'm going to get that done. I want to pay my respects to our Queen. So I do like the Queen. Well, did like the Queen, bless her. God rest her soul. God rest her soul. So I want to pay my respects to the Queen, so I'm going to be home early. And spend the day with my family. Family's important. Sometimes I do take liberties on how long I stay fishing. I'll be honest with you, I ain't gonna lie, I do sometimes take the absolute liberties. I can just warm them back up quickly. But she doesn't mind, as long as I'm not causing bother. But yeah, so what I'll do when I've had some breakfast and that, I'll come back to you. I'll show you the rig. I caught that fish on, and I'll obviously put it in the pictures. But I can't find my clicker, so I'll just press you by the button. Apologise for the hand, but I'll catch you in a bit and go through rigs and bait. Hey guys, welcome to the last morning of this session. Lost one last night at pads down there to the pads there. Absolutely gutted. It looked a good fish. I got on the top of it on the boat. The line went slack a little bit and it just popped the hook. Basically nearly straightened the hook out. So tackle shopping is for some stronger curve shank hooks, some stronger ones. Absolutely good as well. A lovely fish. Proper lovely fish. Strange night. We had lots of people walking around in early hours at night. I've never known it like that on here before, to have that many people. I've known one or two people to walk around early hours at night, but not that many. So last night it didn't really settle down. So I'm absolutely knackered, Mary. But other than that, lost one, had a few bleeps at night, heard a couple show, but more to my right in mid-water, what we call mid-water. This quest for these commons in this lake is taking its toll on me now. Losing that fish yesterday bummed me out. I just love it on here. Was it? 100 quid for a year. Especially with current climate and price of bills and stuff. You know what I mean? Even if it were 150 quid a year, I've had my money, well worth my money. I'll always have a ticket on it, always, so I can pop on if I'm never ill. But yeah, I'm a bit disheartened this morning with the fish I lost. Got a good fish as well, a good 20. Hey, no man, we can't win them all, can we, I suppose, but I've lost about 9 fish this season now due to pads, literally due to pads. It was coming quite easily, then it like just turned right, went into them, but instead of going in and in and in, it went in and then like came back round itself, so it like knotted itself up in the pads. Chuff knows how it did it, but it did it. And Chad, bless his heart, came down and with boat. It didn't look too comfortable, so I got out in boat with my son. I should have left rod with Chad and let Chad hold on to it for a bit and me pull the pads away. But it is what it is. I'd rather have me be Arctic boat than Chad be Arctic boat and be, I don't know, falling. She didn't look comfortable in the boat at all. It's only a fish at the end of the day. Even though he had a life jacket on, it's still only a fish. It's not worth falling. It's quite deep at them pads. Like there's like a gully there. It deepens off and comes back up onto like the island one. I'm going to try braid. I'm going to put my braided spools on. Probably too late again. I've done quite well, man. I've £18 line on. It's just that little bit of stretch. Just give it them. I should have just hit it, walked straight back with it, not even give it a chance to turn its head straight away. But I didn't, because at barbecue, and I didn't want to step into a barbecue. So, it is what it is. Yeah, so, I'm a bit gutted about it, but what can I do? Just a fish lost. No big deal, really. But also, I'm absolutely good. But yeah, last morning, I'm going home now. I'm going home early so I can get back for Queen's funeral. So, we'll join you again probably on next session. We will get one of these another one of these big commons this year. Be back next week. We'll get back on it. So we can see if we can get back in this peg if we can see fish elsewhere. And I got the bites on cream pajowser. So I'm keeping that one to myself. No one else is doing it. Everybody's on fish meals. So I'm going straight onto bird foods, add bites. No one else has caught anything. So yeah, buzzing about that. But right, I'll catch you in a bit, guys. I'm gonna pressure off because I've packed everything away. Right, I'll catch you in a bit next week. Hey guys, welcome back. Back up Bricky, back in Brambles Peg. After having that one and losing them two last week, I come on here for managed to get Friday off. Just trying to rig. Managed to get Friday off. and get down late Thursday. Come down, fish Thursday night, Friday night, maybe tomorrow night. Had a rape drama. I thought I lost my barra handles, so I got monk on, big time. And then got to Bolton Brick Pond, borrowing a barra out at hut, and Buzz is coming to the back of the car, looking around, and the barra handles were in the back of the car. But tucked away underneath the boot lining, so they were there. Nearly bought a new barra and everything. Well, I missus did. Yeah, so we're back and we've had one this morning. £20 common. Had it before recapture, but it's on cream trousers, so got a bit of confidence. I'm just tying a rig what I used to use a lot, but just a single bit, but now using it doubled over so I can change hooks. It's just a combi link. I can't remember what this knot's called, where you get your combi link, you double it over. So that's your braided section, which at the moment I'm using Fox Armadillo shot leader £30, so double O, it's stiffer than some other braids, and I'm using chod filament for this, the stiff rig ESP, and in £20. And what you do then, when you create a loop in the stiff mono, make a loop in it, but you don't tie it off, but just crunch it off it because it does itself. You double up your braid, you pass your braid through whichever side you want, but I always go this side, so you pass it through that side, and because it's doubled over, you don't have to make as many. So I still do 5, but you don't have to because it's doubled. 2, 3. It is fiddly. Probably could crimp it, to be fair. 4, 5. Nice and tight. Get them together. In fact, I'm not happy with length for that. That's too long for me. Oh, line it. I'm just gonna tweak it in. 3mm. Really nothing, but if it's not right, then I won't use it. It's just a waste. So I always take my time when doing this rig. Like I said, we used to do it just with a single part, so you couldn't change the hook. Well, doing it this way, saving money because I'm not having to keep changing the boom. All I'm having to do is change the hook. And this is the rig I've been having on my fish on these, well, the past few fish. I pass it back through that way again. Wet it up real well. Pull on it. Banging. I've got that. Absolutely perfect. That's perfect. That's perfect. Trimmer's tag ends back. Don't go too far back because if you leave a little bit, the putty will have something to grip hold and it never comes off then. So that's that bit. So I've got my doubled up braided section. See how much stiffer it is? It acts loads better. But it's still supple. And I've got my chod filament. The hook of choice is now Corda Curve XX. I did use a certain brand I'm not going to slag them off because they're brilliant hooks any other time, but with proper hitting and holding, it'll be straightened out. Just a bit too thin in wire, I think. For the snag fishing, these bad boys are a size 6. First time I'm using them, I'm going to admit I am impressed. Like, mega impressed. You know what else I'm impressed with? How tight you can get the shrink tubing of the Avid one. The Avid shrink tube. I only need a little bit. It's nothing, it's just to hold the slip D in place. So, the thread, it through the tubing, like so. So thread your tag ends through the tubing. It's a load up on that knot. Get the hook of choice. Hook of choice. Cord of bad boys, push that through. A ring swivel. So you've got your ring swivel pushed on, your loop goes onto your hook. It's all about getting it absolutely perfect. This is the best rig I've ever used. I've used it for years, like I say. I only use the combi rig. With it. You want your rig tubing tight anyway. You want it tight, so when it does shrink, and it's not there to do anything. It doesn't really help it kick over, but it'll clamp down on the slip D. I like the D part when it ends to be either directly or just in front of where the barb is from the other side, from your hook side. So all you got to do is shrink that off. I'll show you how you do that. I'll put kettle on and I'll show you how to do it. Oh yeah, so I've shrink tuned it. And see, it's not really done anything really, it's just holding that in. I prefer it than just using silicone. I think you get a tighter grip, so you can get a bit more of a cast out. That's basically the finished rig. All I'll do now is get a crimp, thread your barrel crimp through. You don't need all the expensive, what it says on Corda, and the Corda ones are great, but you can get them off the pike set. So it's got a single barrel crimp. Yeah, and this works on the chod filament excellently. Yeah, pass it both through, tag ends. Create the loop the size you want it to be. See? I like a loop about that size. Oh. Get your pliers, so you get that. Get your pliers and your flat clamp, start at the top, as tight as you can. And then bit more on the bottom section. There you go. And I guarantee that will load you. I have just literally pulled a 20-pound carp through a massive bed of pads, and it's not giving away. It just will not give up. It's better than a knot. It's neater than a knot. And them crimps are meant £2 for 100 off Amazon. So it's a no-brainer. And just a pair of pliers out of my toolbox. And that's it. That's the finished rig. Absolutely spanking. It will sit perfectly every time. Pushes it away. Every single time. You can fish it as a pop-up. It'll sit like that. Or the wafter, as I'm fishing them today. It's just a good rig, man. But that's the rig I've been using in the few fish I've just caught on. So, last few fish. I lost 2 last week, which I shouldn't have really lost them, but I did. But yeah. So yeah, absolutely buzzing. Appreciate you watching. What I'll do is I'll hopefully we'll have an update. I'll put that fish in now so you can have a quick look. I've got one. Another cream Kajauza fan. It's repeat capture, but there you go. £20, 10, something like that. Buzzing. Hi guys, welcome back. Nothing really to report other than since that last fish I had. I've had a walk up to see Daz, and there's a lot of fish up there at mid-water. So there's not much really happening down here, I'm afraid, at the moment. But I've done his tide rigs, experiment rigs. Pass some time on, some board. But I'm so glad I bought that clamping kit. It makes life so much easier, man. So that's how I'm going to be doing it from now on, the crimping stuff. But yeah, I am expecting of another fish, to be honest. I might be able to get another cheeky night in. My missus is busy all day tomorrow, you see, because I'm not allowed to. I can't drive still because my legs after breaking my back. So I'm still kind of stuck with Mrs. chauffeuring me around. And she'll take me anywhere, bless her. Like, so can't knock it. But yeah. Definitely think I'm going to get another fish. I always feel confident. You may as well feel confident, don't you, in what you're doing. I do the same thing, multi-rig, normally, pop-ups. I fish on here, but like I said, I moved to Wafters last week, and I had a couple of fish, and I had that fish on the wafter as well. The good old faithful cream Kajauza, old school favourites. That's what you want. No one uses bird foods anymore for some reason. Out of fashion or something, maybe. Out of vogue. But it's crazy what people don't do it. Crazy. Of course they're sick. Good old bird foods are good. The only fish out so far is, to me, Tom did lose one. I don't know what bait he uses, but Tom has lost one. So we'll see. The swans have finally buggered off. They've been a pain in the old ass. So yeah, I am expecting to have another fish. I'll be honest here. Any time from now, really. The last week I did the 2 nights I had runs. We both banked at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. Crazy, isn't it? But yeah, it's So that's it then, guys. Not really that much to report. Not seen any fish down this end. I've seen them up the other end. Hopefully they'll push down a little bit and we'll nick one or two, which would be lovely. But anyway, if anything happens, I'll catch up with you in a bit, guys.